what?
somebody?
How about this?
What?
James in Mesquite. You're on the post-game show, and I almost feel like he wants to rip somebody.
All
so,
right,
James,
let's go.
talk to Bob.
We'll say that for the end, Bob. Number one, I think Gallup ought to stay over Cooper. I mean, Cooper's $20-something million. Galloway's a young kid. Go ahead and give him the money. Let Cooper walk. Two, when we're going back to coaching, here we go, Bob. Okay, so you guys listed all these OCs that weren't good head coaches, but my gosh, they got to be head coaches, right? And so we want to keep McCarthy, but Bob, weren't you just saying like about his last 20 games with Green Bay that he's like really bad? And what has he done? He's had what? Favre and Rodgers as his quarterback. What has he done?
Yeah, what did Phil Jackson do without Michael Jordan or Kobe? I mean, geez, it's almost like coaches need players.
Okay, well, let me ask you this, just to go back to coaches, okay? Just because they're old coaches doesn't mean it's not right today. Jimmy Johnson, Bill Parcells, any of them guys, if you have a damn field goal kicker that misses extra points 2 or 3 times, he's not even here to discuss who his replacement's going to be. He's gone. And what is that special teams coach clown still even doing here? That goes directly to McCarthy.
Your special teams coach is good. Do you not know that? Do you not have Google?
They go for it.
No, he's not. No. Listen. You listen to me. Listen to me. Okay?
Okay.
You can Google special teams standings. You can Google rankings for punt return, kick return, punt cover, kick cover. And if you do, you will find the Cowboys special teams are fantastic under Bones Fossil. They have one of the best special teams units in the NFL since he's taken over the job. And so if you think he's bad at his job, I would recommend Google.
Okay, well, all I know is when I'm sitting on the couch and watching them going for it on their own 30-yard line with these guys going for it, I don't have to look at Google, Bob. I can see it on TV. I don't have to look at Google.
That's exactly right. That's like, honestly, if you find a dollar bill on your street, you should just quit your job and just walk your street and find more dollar bills, because isolated incidents are certainly an indicator of what is normal, right? You found a $20 bill. Who needs a job? Just go look for more of them. They're probably everywhere. No, they're not. That's an isolated play. There are 2,000 plays in a season. You saw 4 plays on your couch, and you think a guy's a bad coach, and you're wrong.
Okay.
Wrong.
You can use Ask Jeeves or Lycos or anything. I want to be clear.
Siri.
Anything you want to do to look it up. You think
Bones Fossil is good at what he does. Mike McCarthy's good at what he does. And if a fake doesn't work, or if going for it on 4th down one time doesn't work, it's called sports. They're hard. The other team tries too. No coach, no player gets everything 100% of the time.
Let's see. Let's ask Siri.
Is Bones
Fossil a good special teams coach?
What did it say?
Let's see.
Computing?
She didn't answer. She just sent me to John Fossil in Wikipedia.
Yeah, it's an odd day to bring up Bones when he's blocked punts on back-to-back.
One of them back-to-back blocked punts.
That's just kind of odd.
Man, this guy
sucks. And I gotta tell you, that block, that might have been the cleanest punt block I've ever seen.
Because he blocked it with his chest.
And didn't touch the punter.
I know. He didn't reach out to get the ball, and it was a fingertip like you usually see.
Awesome.
It was full-out chest.
Yeah, but remember that fake that didn't work?
The fake was bad.
They've had bad fakes.
Washington fake was bad.
Sure.
That's never going to leave us. But on balance, I think Bones is a net positive.
And the whole 4th down thing is just what he does. I don't know why we're not used to that now. That's just going to happen.
I'd like to say 4th down going for it is not on the special teams coach.
No. He talked about, he said McCarthy was overrated on that point about going forward on 4th down. But I know a lot of old school football people will always say why when it's close to, or you're in field goal range or whatever. But if you watching a year and a half of McCarthy, I don't know why you should be surprised about any time that dude's going to go for it on 4th down. That's just who he is.
And he did, on the preview, Mike McCarthy taking over as Cowboys head coach, a huge part of my entire piece that I wrote was about that he goes for it on 4th down more than almost anybody. That has nothing to do with Aaron Rodgers, except, you want to give Aaron Rodgers another down, but that's just how McCarthy is wired. He was going to do it with Dak as well. Everybody knew it. And that's the thing about McCarthy and Bones Fossil and Dan Quinn. These guys all had incredibly decorated resumes before they got here. so you don't have to start the clock, week 7 last year. You can just look at what they did before they got here, and then you could feel good that they hired a known quantity who was, well pursued by other organizations because these guys are good at what they do. It's not hard.
And if we wanted to talk a little bit more about McCarthy outside of play calling and strategy and X's and O's, I think he deserves credit for sticking with Terrence Steele after last year.
Oh, yeah.
Because I didn't think Terrence Steele was going to make the team. And now he's playing a lot, and he's playing respectably.
Even after what happened last week, it was easy to flip it and say, you know what? He was so better on the left. Lyle, so better on the right, to go back to the right, and Lyle can go to the left. And he just said, no, man, we're sticking with what we have.
And you know where we could have learned about all this? His last job, where all of his best offensive linemen, his entire run in Green Bay, almost none of them were day 1 or day 2 draft picks. They were all day 3 or undrafted free agents. Why? Because Mike McCarthy has developed countless starting offensive linemen in this league without using first-round picks on them.
And the last time you had a game against Atlanta without Tyron, it didn't work out so well.
It did
a couple
not.
Games ago, yeah. So you could have been like, oh, my gosh, let's try to do something. But, yeah, no, he saw it. And even said it earlier. We're going to stick with it. We'll just give him more reps in practice, and we're good.
Part of developing players is let them develop. Don't cut them the first time they're bad.
All right. We appreciate everyone calling. And we appreciate everyone
I was trying to get a
listening.
promo there. Do you think we got a promo?
Oh, my gosh.